Hi friends and fellow earth angels, it's Gladys and welcome back to my pick a card reading. And today I'm doing a special Valentine's love letters from the divine. And today you'll have a choice of Ocean Jasper, Sedona Red Rock, or Selenite. So the Ocean Jasper, this one is a healing stone that encourages the feelings of joy and uplifts your energy. The Sedona Red Rock rejuvenates and it embodies warmth, heat, comfort, and it's a very grounding stone. And then Selenite is a stone that soothes the mind. It clears or cleanses the auric energy field, which is the vibration around you, and it promotes a peaceful atmosphere. So the cards I'm going to be using today are Angels of Atlantis, Healing with the Angels, Angel Prayers, Mary, Queen of the Angels, and Love and Light. All right, so I am going to shuffle and I'm going to pull the cards. So if you don't want to see me shuffle, I like to shuffle and put them on. I know it takes a little bit longer, but you can see the authenticity of the cards in the piles. If you want to just kind of trust that I'm pulling them organically in front of you, you can skip ahead. I have the timestamps below. And also, if you want to book a private reading with me, if you want to make a donation to the channel, follow me on Instagram or Facebook. All the links are below the timestamps in the description. So let me start. I'm going to pull the Angels of Atlantis first, and I'm going to open up space. And I would like to invite in all your guardian angels and guides, God, Source, Creator of the universe, all the archangels, ascended masters, all holy beings of light who would like to assist with this guidance and these love letters for all who are watching. And I'm going to ask that the messages that come through be for your best and highest good and the best and highest good of all concerned. All right, friends, so let's begin. Okay, Ocean Jasper. Which angel wants to work with the Ocean Jasper first? Let's pull this one. Ocean Jasper. And Sedona Red Rock. Which angel wants to work with the Sedona Red Rock? And we'll pull this one. And the Selenite. Selenite. What angel wants to work with the Selenite? Okay. Pull this card. And then we'll go with, let's see, Healing Angels next. Okay, Healing Angels. Ocean Jasper. Whoop, that's the first one. And Sedona Red Rock. This deck isn't messing around. And this one. And the Selenite. Oh, I'll pull this one. And then let's go with Angel Prayers for the Ocean Jasper. This one. And the Sedona Red Rock. I like to just see what comes out. It's a feeling of when it's time to stop. Sedona Red Rock. Let's go with this one. And Selenite. Angel Prayers for the Selenite group. Whoop, there we go. Sorry if I bumped the camera. And let's now go with Mother Mary. All right, beautiful Mother Mary, nurturing energy, Ocean Jasper. What message do you have for the Ocean Jasper group? Oh, there we go. And Sedona Red Rock. Mother Mary, Sedona Red Rock. What do you have for the Sedona Red Rock group? Let's go with this one. Feels like there's two there. There's only one. And the Selenite pile. The Selenite people. Oh. Card do you have for the Selenite? Bring it back. Let's go with this one. Okay. And last but certainly not least, let's go with the Love and Light deck. All right, God, what's your message for the Ocean Jasper group? What would you like? What love message would you like for the Ocean Jasper group? Whoop, here we go. Boy, this pile just seemed to jump right out. And Sedona Red Rock. All right, God, what card do you have for the Sedona Red Rock group? What message do you have? Sedona Red Rock group. I think it's always important to set that intention, validate, guidance. Okay. And then let's do the Selenite. God, what message do you have for the Selenite group? Whoop, there it is. All right, friends. So let me just kind of put my piles away. I have the books out in case I need to go into deeper messages. And let's gather the cards. Okay, friends. All right. So as I've pulled the piles, if you've jumped ahead, again, we have Ocean Jasper, we have Sedona Red Rock, and we have Selenite. So now that the piles are together and the energies are out, pausing for a moment, maybe the beginning of the session or maybe the beginning of the reading, you were like, yep, this is the one I'm going to go with. Just check in with your intuition, making sure that it's still the one. You may pick one, you may be guided to two different ones, or you may feel like you need all three of them. It's completely up to you. So we're going to start with pile number 1. Actually, let's put these off. All right, for those of you who chose the Ocean Jasper, pile number 1. The cards are Archangel Michael, and his message is patience. And then retreat, and the angel prayer, count your blessings. And the message says, thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. And Mother Mary's message, giving and receiving. I balance being generous and receptive because both are equally important. And finally, God's love letter message. The gift of love and light. No one lights a lamp and then covers it with a bowl or hides it under a bed. A lamp is placed on a stand where its light can be seen by all who enter the house. Okay, friends, so what I'm getting from this reading is I feel like the divine, Michael specifically, knows how hard you've been working. And I feel like he needs you to know that there's nothing more that you need to do, say, be, or have right now in this moment. I feel like the divine is asking you to retreat, to pull back, and to take a time out. So those who chose this pile may be feeling tired, depleted. Maybe you're feeling like you've exhausted all your options and you're not really sure what more to do. And I feel like Michael is saying there's so much more that's happening behind the scenes that you don't know yet. So if you're a person who just can't sit around and wait for things to happen, I feel like the universe is saying, count your blessings. Go into that space of gratitude and focus your attention on the things that you're appreciating, the things that you're loving, appreciating the time out that you have. You know, for somebody like me who runs a business, I've really had to learn to find balance in the slow times and the busy times. And what would happen is I would get caught up in that rote thinking of when I was slow, I would panic. And then when I was busy, I'd be overwhelmed and talk about how much I needed a break. And it was this constant thought process of, this is too much, it's not enough. This is too much, and it's not enough. And I feel like maybe some of you who are listening to this reading need to be aware of that thinking and know that it all comes in with balance. I think that's where this giving and receiving comes from. I balance being generous and receptive. Receiving is such a huge part of manifesting and creating and feeling like you're in flow. So what was happening is when I was receiving clients in abundance, I started to get overwhelmed and I would kind of stop the flow. And then when, for example, and I'm using clients as an example, but it can be your money, it can be friendships, it can be the value or the quality of time you have in your relationship, all different kinds of things. It's a general reading, so take it in as it resonates in your current life. And this is part of giving and receiving. And with receiving comes this degree of surrendering. And what I've been practicing lately is softening my body and opening my heart when I'm feeling tension or feeling tense, trying to make something happen. And I feel like this is where Michael is coming in and he's saying, relax, take a time out, take a breather, and hit the reset button. And give yourself an opportunity to receive all those gifts from the universe. Receive, the breath, even sitting in a quiet place, receiving the energy of the breath, allowing it to fill your whole body, and then breathing out nice and slow, and imagine yourself letting go, whatever that means to you. That is a simple way to receive. Letting somebody go, letting somebody let you go at a stop sign, or holding a door for you, or saying yes if somebody's offering something for you, is a powerful way to receive. So with the giving aspect, I like to share that with giving, you always need to check in to see how you're feeling and if your tank is full. So if you have the money, but you don't have the time, give the money. If you have the time and you don't have the money, give your time to somebody, a volunteer. Maybe somebody needs a ride somewhere. Maybe somebody needs your help at a what do you call it? Oh gosh, where the pets are. Oh God, where the adoption center or the rescue league. That's what I'm trying to think of. Maybe you can donate your time there. That's a beautiful time to give and receive. But if you don't have the money and you don't have the time, give to yourself. Say no thank you or stop. So whenever somebody's asking you for something or needs something more from you, pull back in that moment and saying, okay, is this something that I want to do? Is this something that's going to make me feel good? Is this something that I have the time, the energy, the money to contribute to? If not, there's nothing wrong with pulling back and saying, no, thank you, or I just don't have it right now, or try me again later. And then there's this gift of love and light. You have an amazing light. You have gifts and talents, and I feel like these messages are repetitive. And there's a reason why these messages are repetitive, and I kind of keep repeating the same thing because we're still in that same energy. And as a spiritual teacher, we know that, ourselves included, that we need to hear things sometimes over and over before we get it. So here's the message again. God is asking you not to dull your shine, not to think of yourself as being too much, and really stand in your love and your light. Now is not a time to shut down your heart or be guided because of circumstances or situations, or if people are prickly around you. And I feel like God is saying, even though all that you've desired and the things that you're working towards, maybe it's a job, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a home, maybe it's money, maybe it's bills being paid off, whatever it is, whatever you are setting that intention of wanting, I feel like Michael is saying, be patient. In the interim, take a time out, retreat, take a break, recharge. This is kind of like, hey, we've got some stuff coming for you, some stuff that's going to give you the opportunity to shine your light. You're going to need to know the balance, the difference between giving and receiving, and you're going to have to find balance in that. So right now, as you're retreating, count your blessings. Remember all the beautiful things, the opportunities, the experiences that are around you, because it can be so easy to fall into that trap of that negative thinking, or that like that fear, or that worry, or that lack vibration. And I feel like that's where Michael's coming in and saying, hey, we got you. And look, I feel like even this card, I love these cards. The card, it's almost like the energy's coming up from the temple. Know that this is like your powerful energy here, and you're always connected to the divine. You're always connected to that universal energy. So there is never, ever, ever a time where you're alone. So if you've been feeling that, and I'm not sure, and what do I do, God? God is saying, as you're resting and recharging, you're learning the balance of giving and receiving, being able to set your boundaries, being able to say yes, and being able to say no. You're going to shine your light. I also feel, so one of the other messages that I'm getting is some of you may be depleted. If you are feeling short-tempered, if you're feeling irritable, if you're feeling tired or cranky, like a child wants to just cry and be emotional, and you just don't know why, you could be depleted. This could be where the retreat comes in. Maybe you go on a retreat. Now, in my world, I know a bunch of people that are about to go on an amazing retreat to Sedona, Arizona. And so this could be a message for, if you're listening or watching, this could be a reminder to say, hey, go out there and rest, recharge, nestle into the universe. For those of you who are not have the opportunity to go to Sedona, find a place to retreat or rest or recharge. Maybe you need a retreat day for yourself. Maybe it's going to, I don't know, a quiet place somewhere. Maybe it's taking a time out. Maybe it's using one of your sick days or your personal days and really go for a drive somewhere and kind of spend the day away. And in that, count your blessings, being grateful for sick time, being grateful for or personal days. Use them. I think sometimes we get so caught up in giving that we forget that we have these things that we can utilize to receive. And know that with that, God needs your light. God works through us, friends. He works with the ones whose heart chakras are open, who want to show up for humanity. This is why I connect with the Earth Angel Collective. We are our own breed. We're this beautiful, powerful energy that wants to serve. But God may be seeing in this moment, maybe you're tired. Maybe it's time for you to replenish, because He's in preparation for you and invoking that talent and wisdom and knowledge that's within you. So there's true power in rest. There's true power in silence. If you're in that stuck in your head mode and you're not sure what to do, take that break, pull back, and go within. So many times I hear, oh, I can't meditate or I can't pause because then my mind thinks about all these have tos and shoulds, and I say, good, let it come up. Let your mind race. Get into knowing what it feels like to allow your mind to race. And when you give it permission to do that, guess what? It will settle down. It's like that kid that wants your attention and it's just going to keep saying, mom, 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 or dad, dad, dad. It's going to keep saying it until it gets your attention. This is saying, give yourself a pause and a break, pull back and listen to your feelings. Listen to what's on your mind. I can tell you there's power in that. And even the breath work, giving and receiving, it's a natural way to recharge and replenish your body. So trust that your body and your feelings and your energy is telling you something. Immediately, sometimes we want to go into our head and feel like, oh, I'm doing it wrong, and here I am again, and I'm struggling. So find another way. If what wasn't working for you before is still not working for you, ask God to help you find another way. You never know. You may be able to teach that to somebody in the future. So have patience, friends. I know I hate that word and I love that word. So I get it. I am in that place of having to practice patience and divine timing. But you know what? I really, truly, madly, deeply trust God. I know that He has my back. So as hard as it is sometimes to wait for things to happen, I surrender into it, and maybe I'll sleep a little bit more. Maybe I'll nurture myself. I had a 4-hour lunch date with my friend yesterday, and it was amazing. It felt really good just to be out and not have to do anything. And it was on my day off, so I didn't have to feel guilty about it. So find those pockets of time to recharge, to fill yourself up, whether it's with yourself or somebody that really brings you joy. It's so powerful. And know that all that you desire is coming in divine timing. Beautiful. So that was pile 1, the ocean jasper. If you are going to end the reading here, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Share in the comments, if this resonated with you, and I will catch you next time. And for those who chose the Sedona Red Rock, welcome. And let's begin. So the cards we have are Sandalphon, Planetary Cycles. Very cool. And the Healing with the Angels card, Body Care. Whoa. And the angel prayer, trustworthy friends. And the message says, thank you, angels, for surrounding me with people I can trust and love. Awesome. How fun. And Mother Mary's message, family. I pray for my family and give this situation over to God for answers, support, and healing. Beautiful. And then the final card, God's message. Leave a trail of love as you walk the earth. O Lord, what a variety of things you have made. In wisdom you have made them all. And look at her looking up at the moon. Beautiful moon energy. Okay. So what I'm getting from this is kind of feels like the ocean jasper message, but a little bit different. So I feel like Sandalphon is saying that there are planetary cycles going right now. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. If you're feeling like things are out of control, if you're feeling like you can't keep up, or things are weird, or crazy things keep happening, if you feel out of flow, I feel like Sandalphon is saying it's not you. It's part of the planetary cycles. Now, I'm not an astrologer. I love to follow astrology. It's just not my thing. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I just can't share with you information on it. But there are some amazing astrologers out there that can really give you some insight. So this message, I feel like, is saying, check in with the planets, check in with your natal chart, check in with where you are in your birth sign. That can give you some insight, but there's also this body care here. And I feel like part of the message is try not to force things or push things. Take care of your body, because your body has this innate wisdom. It has this intelligence that will tell you. So for example, I have struggled with and still have challenges with my lower back. Now, my lower back energetically represents stability and safety and money and survival. So when I am out of a balance emotionally, and again, this is where I get fear and I get tense. I can feel my shoulders and my back tense up. I feel like I hold my breath, and my back starts to get like, it's like a deep ache. And I've learned, like, relax and breathe, surrender, and I remind myself that I'm safe and supported by the divine. So as I take care of my body, I've become more in tune with the messages and the wisdom that it's telling me. Solar plexus and stomach issues are about power, right? Or empowerment. Throat stuff is about communication and speaking up and using your voice. So I feel like the people who are watching this may be going through some weird cycle or situation. Maybe you're having these weird aches and pains or body stuff. Again, because it's a general reading, there may be others who the message is, hey, you know, there's a lot going on with the planet right now, so you really have to take care of your body. Go for a walk. Maybe you need to burn some energy and exercise and release. But I feel like for everyone who's watching this, the universe and your divine messages of love are saying, take care of yourself, take care of your body. There are funky things going on with the universe right now. So the beautiful things that you can do is lean on trustworthy friends and family. Now, if you've done a lot of work with clearing friendships that were heavy and challenging and difficult, you can call on the angels. The angels are so much fun. So I'll tell you a little story. A few weeks ago, and this is not funny, but it's crazy when I think about it. I accidentally started a fire in my office. Now, I know what you're thinking. I made a mistake, and I was doing too many things, and I put a candle off to the side, and I had some silk flowers, and the heat just kind of captured it. So I caught it, I put it out. It was a big deal, but it wasn't bad, thank God. The irony is that in my office, right above where that happened, I have this gorgeous statue of Archangel Michael. And he is right above where the fire started. And after I had kind of put it out, cleared out the room, sat with the fear of, oh my God, what just happened? I looked up at my statue of Michael. I said, hey, where were you? And I kind of just was like, dude, you're supposed to be protecting me. So I kind of like laughed and I said, I know, Michael, thank you for that warning. And I caught it, and I have no doubt he helped me. But I can tell you, because I joked with him and I said, hey, where were you? I can tell you for the next 3 days, I saw cop cars everywhere. I heard sirens all over the place, car alarms. There was constant disruption. It was almost like, Michael is so fun and he's so funny. it was almost like he was saying, I was right there. And he was now kind of razzing me, saying, see, I'm everywhere. See, I'm always with you. So I say this because the angels can be your friends. They can be funny. They can come in and they can tease you. And I just have so much fun with the divine. And you'll know that they're present. You'll see the 111s, the 222s, the 333s. 333s are master numbers. It's a vibration of ascended masters. It's the Holy Trinity number. It's powerful numbers. So befriend the universe. Befriend the angels and the divine. Also too with family. You know, if you've gotten away, if you've been working a lot and you have a lot going on, there is such a beauty in the blessing of sitting down with a child or sitting down with your family and just having a conversation. You know, maybe you need to have a family gathering, or maybe you need to have a play day with your family, go out and have some fun somewhere. Even with this card, I feel like, you know, this card feels like twin flame energy. It feels like lover energy. There's the masculine and the feminine balance. And look at that masculine energy. He's saying, listen, girl, I got you. And she is just all in, trusting and surrendering. So this could also be a message for couples out there, you know, who maybe you got some weird stuff going on in your relationship and the universe is saying you guys are trustworthy friends, lean on each other and have a little fun. Remember, you know, that masculine energy supports. And it can also be playful and fun as well. So again, it's not boy, girl, but it's masculine and feminine energy. Maybe sometimes it's finding that balance within and leaning on your family. Again, if you've had weird situations, so I'm getting something like a different message, but if you've had a weird situation with family, if there's been arguments or if there's been miscommunication or there's been some frustration with family, I feel like this is also Sandalphon saying that maybe things needed to be shaken up. Maybe things needed to get out in the air. Things needed to come up and out so that you can kind of clear it and be done with it. And I feel like God is reminding us here, or reminding you here, to leave a trail of love as you walk the earth, that regardless of what's happening, you can still leave a trail of love. Maybe through social media, you send loving messages out. Maybe you pay for somebody's coffee in line at a Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or Mary Lou's, wherever you're going. Maybe you hold a door for somebody. Maybe there's a mom who's struggling and you can maybe send her a gift card or $10 to, you know, like a Dunkin' Donuts or a CVS or a Rite Aid. This is a beautiful time to kind of just spread love in minor ways. Nobody has to know, but it can be your way to kind of offer love and give. And also too, giving yourself an opportunity to receive that stuff from the universe. So again, if weird family stuff is happening or weird body stuff is happening, or even with friends, maybe you got weird stuff happening with friends, this could be a reading that's saying, hey, this is all planetary stuff. And I just keep seeing like things are supposed to be shaken up because things got like stale, or the energy's like hardening. And if we're about to go through transitions and we're supposed to go through changes and up level our vibration, I feel like the universe needs to shake things up. Do you ever feel like, God, I feel stagnant and stale and I just gotta move? So another thing that I'm getting is Sandalphon. So Archangel Sandalphon is also the angel of music. He's the angel that he makes sure our prayers get to God too. So if you've been praying, if you've been asking for guidance, know that Sandalphon is there, and Sandalphon can bring messages through music. So maybe you turn on the radio. It happens all the time, friends. I hear that song, Everything's Gonna Be All Right, by Kenny Chesney. And he sings it with somebody, and I always forget, and this is horrible that I forget, but it's a song that I always hear, Everything's Gonna Be All Right. And it's my reminder of my body care to relax, surrender, and breathe. And in that, I'm open to receiving from the divine. So I feel like Sandalphon is saying, if you need messages, turn on your radio ask him to send you a music or a song that can uplift you. Sometimes you can hear songs over and over and over again, but when you need it the most, it's that one phrase or that one sentence or that one lyric that really captures you. That's Archangel Sandalphon. He's the angel of music, and his name also means brother. He's in the book that this comes with. The energy is he's the sacred guardian, and I want to just read what it says here. It says Sandalphon, as the angel of the earth element, is completely interwoven with the swiftly flowing changes of Earth's planetary structure. Many changes have been prophesized, and many changes are now occurring. This card invites you to look at your own natural cycles and see that you are an organic being living on an organic planet. Again, it goes back with leaving a trail of love on the planet and knowing that God has orchestrated everything. In his masterful way, life is happening for you and not against you. Sandalphon is asking you to reveal how awe-inspiring you are and how you can allow the angels to carry you to a new level of inner peace, letting your true self come forth. And so it says chant HAW, H-A-W, to stabilize the earth element within you. This will help you to ground yourself as you move through this cycle of change. And it's so funny because the red rock stone is a grounding stone. So again, it goes into body. It's interesting. Before I started this reading, one of the healing angel cards came out, and it was grounding. Ground yourself. And I kind of laughed. Actually, no, it was a different deck, and I decided not even to use that deck. I put it away, and it was ground yourself. So I started this video, and I had to stop it a couple times because I kept messing up. I kept forgetting what I wanted to say. And so I sat with ground, and I'm like, how do I ground myself? What do I do? So I just imagined roots growing from my feet down into the core of Mother Earth to my diamond or crystal at the center of the earth. And I just imagined that it stabilized and supported me. And then I connected my heart with the heart of the Father, God, source, creator of the universe, and I felt like I was in balance, and then obviously here I am in flow. So if you're not even sure how to balance yourself, sometimes going out, putting your feet in the ground, or taking a walk, breathing in the fresh, cold air, those are all ways that you can take care of your body. Get out and cleanse. Again, be around trustworthy friends. Maybe this is something that says get out with family members or do something. But as you're out there and having fun, leave a trail of love, knowing that everything is orchestrated in part of the divine plan. Okay, so that's pile 2, the Sedona Red Rock. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment below if this resonates with you, and I will catch you next time. And now, those of you who chose Selenite, welcome. Let's get started. So the cards we pulled for the Selenite pile: Jophiel, forgiveness. Beautiful. And the Healing Angels card: answered prayer. And the angel prayer: signs from heaven. Thank you, heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence. And Mother Mary's message: action. Today, I take action related to the priorities that I have previously put off. And God's message: with God, all things are possible. And his message says, if you had faith, even as small as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it would move. Oh. Wow, I feel like there's power in this message. Let me just tune in for a moment. Just gather my thoughts, because I feel like I've got rapid messages here. So Jophiel, Angel Jophiel is the angel that beautifies our thoughts. She helps us to clear negativity of the people around us and the thoughts and feelings that we're having within us. I feel like those who chose this pile may have had a situation or experience come up that may feel unforgivable. Maybe it's with a person, maybe it's yourself, but I feel like she's saying that God is coming to answer your prayers and all things are possible. And maybe you're feeling alone right now. Maybe you're feeling like I don't know what to do. Maybe things are overwhelming. And I feel like the angels are saying here that we're sending you signs from heaven, whether through feathers, through pennies. On a penny it says, "In God we trust." Maybe the angels are sending you number signs. 111 is a reminder to keep your thoughts positive. Twos, series of twos, is a message to have faith that everything's going to be all right. And when we're in this situation of being overwhelmed by experiences, it can lower your vibration and drain your energy, and it can really pull you away from those things that you could and should be doing. And I feel like the divine is saying, out of love, get busy doing the things that you've been putting off and you've been procrastinating on. Trust in the power of God. So that we have answered prayer here. We have, with God, all things are possible. And I feel like this is a message that's reminding you. I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know on some level, but I feel like those of you who chose this pile, the pathway and the route that I feel like the angels want you to focus on is forgiveness. Forgiveness of self. Maybe you're in a space, maybe you said something or did something, or maybe somebody said or did something to you and it's been really hard and your mind's been cycling over it. Maybe you've been praying and asking for guidance and assisted. And I feel like the universe is saying sometimes when we're in that funk, we miss the signs that are happening around us. So I feel like they're saying, hey, we're here with you and we're going to keep coming in and we're going to show you the signs, the repetitive things that are happening over and over again. So taking action on your priorities. What could you be doing right now? What actions have you gotten away from? Or what things have you gotten away from because life got heavy or life got difficult? Sometimes the action is resting. Sometimes it's taking a time out and taking a break. That could be an action. And I feel like this is also reminding you that, so I just got an image of like hands and giving it up to God. So even in meditation, imagine the situation. So what I'm getting is that I think some of you who chose this pile, or maybe most of you who chose this pile, I feel like you've been overwhelmed by a situation. I feel like there are things that are happening that you have to keep moving on. I think that's where the action comes. So this is kind of like you keep moving through the desert. Jesus also, his energy comes forth, and I feel like he's saying, keep following my light. I will lead the way. Maybe this is a reminder that's saying, don't stop. Don't get stuck in the mud. Keep going. I feel like Jesus and God are saying, we know that you're tired. We know that things can be overwhelming right now, but know that you're getting through it. And this is that part of, if you have faith as tiny as a mustard seed, those mountains in front of you right now will be cleared through miraculous ways. And I feel like Jesus and God are right at your back. Maybe they're at your side. Maybe they're carrying you right now. And know that you're not alone, that Jesus and God are saying, keep going, don't stop. So again, if you feel like things are insurmountable right now and you don't know how you're going to get out of things, maybe things have happened, people have said things, maybe you've done things and you feel stuck, maybe you made a change and again now people may be upset at you or you might be upset at other people. I feel like this is God saying that we're shifting things right now. Things are being shaken up and to keep going. So what image is coming up for me is the fire walk that I did with Tony Robbins. And Tony does that fire work to help you stomp out your fears. So the first year I went, before the event even started, we were asked to go over to the fire pit and look at it. And they gave us pieces of paper. And we were supposed to write down our fears and the things that appeared to be insurmountable, the reasons why we came here, the blocks, the worries, the disempowerment. We were supposed to write those down, crumple it up, and go throw it in the fire. And so that night, what the symbolism was that everybody's fears were thrown into the fire, and it was our time to walk over it, to stamp over it. So now we were no longer below the fears, we were above it, and we were charging through it. And I have to tell you, I missed the boat on my first fire walk. When the leader said go, I was so in my head, I missed it, and I was about to go, and he stopped me, he pulled me back, he said, wait a minute, let's reset. And he really was like, you can do this, you're gonna do this. I was so full of fear, friends. It was debilitating, so much so I wasn't even listening to the instructions. And so when he said, come on, you can do this, he goes, think about all those things and you're empowerable and you're amazing. And he said all these beautiful things for me. And I felt my chest expand and I felt ready. And he said, on the count of 3, I'm going to say go. 1, 2, 3, go. And I went. And there was a split second, friends, where I looked down. Now, Tony always says, never look down, keep going. So this is my message to you right now. If you feel like you're looking down, so in that moment on the firework, I looked down because I didn't actually believe I was walking on hot coals. So I'm looking at the hot coals, but I didn't feel my feet burning. And for a split second, I paused, and there was this amazing leader on the side of me that said, keep going, don't stop. And I remember just like catching myself and moving forward faster through it. And then, of course, I got to the end. I wiped off my feet. They sprayed down my feet, and I jumped and screamed and yelled and high-fived everybody, and it was amazing, and I had done it. And I feel like this message for those of you who chose this pile, I feel like there's the message of God and Jesus in saying, don't stop, don't pause, don't second-guess yourself, don't let people who have told you couldn't, don't let people have put you down or people who have blocked your flow. It's not about fighting them. It's not about that energy. It's about transforming that energy, that resistance, into your power. It's about igniting that fire within and being able to channel it in constructive ways. So Jophiel is the angel that helps to beautify your thoughts. So I feel like she's saying, whatever fear you've got going on, whatever unforgiveness that's trapped, that's creating anger and frustration, allow that fire to come up and out, but transform it into something amazing. Take action and keep moving. So I feel like this message is saying, keep going. You're in the desert right now, maybe, and now is not the time to stop. It could be right around the corner is that water that's going to replenish you. So keep going. And I feel like the angels are saying, we've got your back, and we're going to keep showing you signs that you're moving in the right direction. It's like a thread that's going to keep pulling you forward when you see the feathers, when you see the pennies, when you see, what else could you see? The numbers, when you see people helping each other. These are all going to be messages or signs from the universe. Even hearts, heart rocks, heart stones, heart pictures. That can be another message that's going to propel you forward, saying move towards the love, move towards the powerful energy of the divine and loving vibration. And so these situations that might be weighing you down, over time, what the energy will do, it will lessen the impact and speed up the recovery process. So when you think about those experiences again, or you revisit them, it's going to feel like a so what. Now, that's not a so what, who cares, but it's like a so what. It's not going to fuel you and fire you up as much. So the angels are asking you to pray, call them in, invite their energy. And remember, the divine abides by the law of free will, so they won't intervene unless we're asking. That's part of our gift of being a human, is to be able to have free will. So as you pray, let it become a habit. However you pray. Sometimes I say the Our Father and the Hail Mary. Sometimes I just sit down and connect my heart with the Father and just talk to God directly. Sometimes I'll read a Bible verse, or I'll read my Jesus Calling book. There are just so many aspects of prayer, and prayer really is asking, inviting that energy in, giving the universe permission to support you, and in that they will lead the way. So again, I feel like the message is keep going. You're almost there. Jesus and God have your back. Again, they may be carrying you. You may be tired and drained, but they're saying, we love you so much. And God is saying, all you need to do is have faith. Even if it's the smallest size of a mustard seed, all you have to have is that little tiny crack of faith, and you can move mountains with the divine. Wow, that was powerful. Man, I loved that reading. All right. So those of you who chose pile 3, the Selenite, thank you for watching. Okay. And I'm going to close space. I will fix that heart. All right, friends. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to close space by thanking all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, God, source, creator of the universe, all holy beings of light. I thank them for their assistance in this guidance for you today, and I'm going to ask that any healing that was started continue for as long as it needs to be done, in mind, body, spirit, and emotions, in all ways. So again, if you'd like to book a private session with me, a lot of what I'm channeling with cards like this would be what a divine guidance session would be. So if you're curious as to what that is, the divine guidance session is much like this reading, but I will go into your energy specifically. If you would like to make a donation to my channel, or you would like to follow me on social media, all the links are below. So thank you so much, friends. I love you. Trust in the divine. Trust in the heart of the Father. Trust in God. Trust in your intuition. And I send you love with heavenly hugs. Bye for now.